Hello, I'm Aniket from BGPM 2426 Section F, and today I'll be talking about income disparity in India. As we know, India is the world's fifth largest economy and it has produced billionaires at an unprecedented rate. But did you know that the top 10% of Indians own over 77% of country's wealth, while the bottom 50% still struggle to survive just on 13%? This humongous gap between the rich and the poor is what we call income disparity, and it's one of the biggest Indian economic challenges right now. But why is it still a crisis? So, Indian income inequality, as we say, is not just about rich versus poor. It impacts economic growth, social stability, and even democracy. As we can see, stagnant wages on the one side versus rising wealth on the other side. What it means is, while corporate profits and stock markets are booming, real wages for workers have barely grown. There's also unequal access to opportunities like quality education, healthcare, and financial resources, which still remain concentrated among the privileged. There exist regional disparities, with some states like Maharashtra and Karnataka thriving, while others like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh lagging far behind. And gender and caste gaps, with women and marginalized communities earning significantly less than their counterparts. But why is it still persisting in 2025? So it's not actually new. It has deep roots in this going back to colonization. When we had colonial exploitation, the British era policies extracted wealth from India. It left a legacy of income disparity. Then, during the 1947 to 1991 time, when we had license Raj and socialism, heavy government control led to inefficiencies and limited wealth creation. And post-liberalization growth, which was post 1991, while economic reforms opened new opportunities, they disproportionately benefited those who were already rich. So now the question arises that how can we fix income inequality? So a short-term plan would be like we can set higher minimum wages, which could increase the legal wage floor to reflect inflation, progressive taxation, higher taxes on ultra-wealthy individuals and corporations, universal basic services, which provides free quality education and healthcare for all. That should be our short-term plan. For the medium term, around 3 to 7 years, we should focus on structural reforms like skill-based education, which aligns curriculum with modern job market demands, improving unemployment and rural development, improving infrastructure, financial access, and industrialization in underdeveloped states. For women's workforce participation, we have to address barriers like workplace discrimination and safety. The long-term plan would focus on systematic transformation, more like economic decentralization, uh, which is similar to how we can reduce dependence on metro cities, by promoting tier 2 and tier 3 urban centers. We can boost small businesses, entrepreneurship, and MSME growth through credit access and digital support. Also, for labor market, we can ensure fair labor laws and strong worker protections. But there are still challenges to implementation of this, otherwise it would have been done already. So while the solutions though sound solid and promising, the implementation is tough due to political resistance, because we can see progressive taxation and low labor laws face opposition from powerful politicians, bureaucratic inefficiencies from while policy execution remaining very slow and riddled with corruption, it still persists. Market pushback, when large corporations resist higher wages and regulation, they also argue it hurts economic growth. So, what's the conclusion and the way forward for this? Now, addressing income inequality isn't just about fairness, it's about creating a sustainable and thriving economy. Now we can see countries like Nordic nations have shown that inclusive growth leads to a long-term prosperity. So if India truly aims to become a global superpower, it must bridge the gap between income right now. So what do you think about this? Should India implement higher minimum wages or focus on skill-based education first? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much.